and welcome to Z Commodity Capsule, a segment we have designed for you in order to give a wrap-up of the entire week's commodity market activities. This is yet again a truncated week, but only for Indian markets, as the financial, the equity, commodities and currency markets would be closed on 14th of April, which happens to be on Friday. So this is a relatively shorter week for us. Nevertheless, there has been a lot of action, especially in terms of gold, silver and crude. Starting with gold, we have seen that gold internationally is set for 7th straight weekly gain. Why do we say this? Because gold continues to hold past $2,000. In fact, in the previous session, we saw it moving past $2,040, which happens to be its highest level since August 2020. And with that, we can say it is just $40 to $50 odd away from its record high levels, which were seen in 2020 at around $2,078. As far as the domestic gold futures are concerned, we have seen it traversing past 61,000. And let me remind you that we saw a record high coming up in MCX gold around 61,399 earlier this month. So with that, we can say that so far this week, gold has managed to capture 1% of gains. We will need to see how it performs by Friday as far as international markets are concerned. So what are the factors that have really driven this rally so far? First of all, we have seen series of data coming from the global markets, the US markets. Softer than expected US consumer inflation data has been one of the biggest triggers for this rally. Plus, US Fed's latest meeting minutes, they actually, in a way, you can say, drove the safe haven demand for gold when they clearly mentioned that America could actually be slipping into a mild recession towards the later part of this year, because of which we saw that market participants now believe that there could be a pause in the rate hikes on the policy makers' mind. Because of this, we saw dollar index slipping to 101 levels, and it's near its 1 week high. This continues to aid the rally in commodity markets and particularly gold. There's continuous demand coming from the global central banks, and nearly 125 tons of gold purchase has been done so far this year, which happens to be one of the best purchases in last 10 months. UBS, Commerce Bank, Goldman Sachs, they continue to be bullish on gold. And as far as Indian brokerages are concerned, short term, they see a 62,000 level happening. And in the long period, that is before the end of this year, a 65,000 is also there on the radar. Silver has followed in the steps of its partner gold, and over here also we have seen it traversing past $25.5, which is a 1 year high. In domestic markets, it's trading at 32 months high, going past 76,000, and internationally, experts feel that $26 to $28 is a possibility in international market, whereas in short to medium term on MCX it can see 78 to 80,000 levels as the coming target. For base metals, this has been a relatively weak or dull, muted week, and this happens to be the second week where we have seen a very range-bound kind of a trade in base metals. A rash of weaker than expected readings from China have been one of the reasons. We have seen copper imports have dipped, and basically the shaky USD along with the recession fears, they continue to be holding metals in a range. Copper seems to be hovering around $9,000, and zinc along with it has been trading around 1 week highs. Goldman Sachs continues to hold up the target, and they see a 25% rally happening this year. As far as crude is concerned, it has had a remarkable week, we can say. Clearly, it is set for 4th weekly rise, and beyond $87, we are seeing Brent is trading at nearly 2.5 months high. So there are possible concerns with as far as demand is concerned, but China's March crude oil imports have jumped nearly 22%, and of course Saudi Arabia, followed by OPEC members, they have raised their flagship OSPs for Asian buyers. So these are a couple of factors, along with the surprise cut that we saw last week, that continues to drive the rally in crude oil markets. In agri markets, clearly, if you see raw sugar, white sugar, coffee, they have been on the running spree, and we have seen sugar trading past 24.5 cents, which is 11-year high. Same is the case with the white sugar. Supplies have been tight. by lower than expected 2022-23 crops in India, China and Thailand. As far as coffee is concerned, Robusta coffee is trading near its 7.5 months high, whereas Arabica coffee, it's nearly trading near its 7-week high. Colombia has produced lesser Arabica coffee, down by around 13% as far as YOY data is concerned, and Brazilian shipment that has fallen by nearly 19%. As far as edible oils are concerned, another week, lackluster week it has been. Malaysian palm is trading near 2-week lows. Seaboard soya oil is near 3-week lows. But of course, we'll be keeping our eyes on soya bean, which is trading past $15 at the moment, because Argentina seems to be facing one of the worst droughts in 60 years, and their exchange has trimmed soybean harvest by 15%. So this is all about in the commodity markets, global and domestic markets. We'll see you around next time with some more data.